About a week ago, I helped my sister spray paint her footprints all over campus. The feeling on campus is very similar, actually, for me at least. It just looks very different because a lot of the buildings are new. When I was on campus, the Technology Language Center, the Humanities Building, the fifth and sixth grade center, all those were under construction for the entire time that I was in high school.
It's changed, but it feels the same. And I think you guys, the schools worked really hard to keep it still rural and open. And the buildings are all on the same footprint. So it has the same feeling, but is changed a lot. So the building behind us, this is fifth grade, I think.
56, yeah.
That was our science and humanities building. I'm almost certain. I know it was science because I took seventh and eighth grade science from Bob Wood in the building behind us. What is Army's building called now?
I think it's the William Armstrong
William
Humanities
Armstrong,
Building.
yeah.
What do you guys call it?
Humanities.
We just call it humanities.
That was humanity. It was still humanities, but it wasn't the same building. It was 2 stories, but it was different. And then the building we just came out of, which is, what's the building you guys' class?
TLC?
TLC was
Technology Language Center.
Yeah, it was TLC was the barn, was one of the barns, and that was our performing arts and English and typewriting.
Yeah, already there were massive changes. They had both the new performing arts building, new humanities building, and then kind of that very monolithic, very constructionist flagpole area.
I remember very vividly getting our syllabuses in school at university and having kids be like, what do you mean we have a 5-page paper we have to write? That's our midterm? How am I going to do that? And I'm thinking I could do that tomorrow and have it, and get an A on that. I feel like I don't remember feeling prepared, but once I started seeing how other kids were ready for university, I felt like we were.
I wouldn't be doing what I do today or have studied what I studied in college without pretty major influence from Overlake. Definitely influenced me to kind of get out of town. And I went back east for school and studied art, and that was totally due to Overlake, and especially CJAL.
Because you have such small class sizes at Overlake and because you really are able to build a relationship with the teachers, I think that it gets rid of the awkwardness in teacher to student interactions really early. I had such great relationships with so many of my teachers at Overlake and got to really know them in and out of the classroom. And that really helped me kind of excel at building those relationships with my professors when I got to college and with just adults and authority figures in general. I think it encourages you to build relationships with adults starting in high school, which is really important in succeeding in the real world.
A treasured memory. I classes with Bob were always kind of awesome. We loved him, and he used to squirt us with water bottles when we were naughty. When we were not paying attention, he'd spit around real fast and squirt us in the face. And I remember him telling us, if you ever said, "That's not fair, Bob, that's not fair," and he'd go like, "The Puyallup Fair?" I remember running down the hill to go to soccer games because I was in soccer the whole time I was here. And I probably wouldn't have been on a soccer team in a bigger school. And I ended up, I really liked it. I was much better than I thought I would have been. And it was because of Army encouraging us. He was a great soccer coach.
Oh, that's a good one. One of them definitely was my entire senior class was like really, really close knit. I don't know. Sometimes it varies from class to class, but some grades I know have like 5 or 6 really close friend groups, but they're kind of like cliquey and cling to each other. but my grade was like literally like everyone was kind of friends with everybody, and everyone had like one or two like really close friends, but like I don't know, there were very few people in my grade that I didn't hang out with at some point. We couldn't decide on what we wanted our senior prank to be, so we did like five different things half-heartedly. So it wasn't a very good prank. But like one of the things that we did is we like showed up on campus at 1 o'clock in the morning and basically like broke into some of the buildings and set up tents inside of classrooms and like slept on the floor so that when the teachers and students showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning, they were just like passed out seniors everywhere. Overlake, especially that senior week, looking back on it, was like the last time where I can really say that I had like 60 people that I like knew fairly well, was like fairly close friends with. Overlake does foster a really special sense of ensuring that you get close to like really everybody in your grade, and there won't be another time in your life where you have that feeling of kind of knowing everybody.